I am in the middle of a missionary season in my house. I am preparing to have a child return from a mission while also preparing for another child to be leaving on their mission 10 days later. It is a whirlwind in my house right now. I am trying to get everything in place for the returning child so they can start school, and helping them figure out their class schedule and helping them figure out what kind of car they want to buy. And then with my one who's preparing to go, we have vaccines, visas, passports, so many things that we need to get in place, clothing, luggage, everything ready to go. And we're also having to plan graduation and last minute family trips. And in that hustle and bustle, if I'm not careful, it will be very easy for me to gloss over and not properly focus on the most important thing that's going to be happening in our home right now, which is that my child who's preparing to leave is about to receive their temple endowment. This is such a sacred and wonderful experience, and I wanted to spend a minute and share with you my top 5 resources for preparing a child to receive their endowment. I think in the hustle and bustle of everything, it can be a real temptation to quickly gloss over this and not prepare them properly. And when I take the time to prepare my older children to receive that endowment, to look forward to it, to understand what it is, that the wonderful, wonderful thing that they will be experiencing and taking upon themselves, it makes the experience so meaningful for them and really sets them in a proper direction for developing that stronger and stronger relationship with the Savior over time. So I wanted to share those with you. So we're going to jump right in. Number 1, once my kids turn 8, we review the temple interview questions in this booklet. And the cool thing about this booklet is we read through a section, maybe just a page of it once a week when we do our Come Follow Me study as a family. And at the bottom of each section, it has 1 or 2 or 3 temple recommend questions for them. And so it makes it easier to kind of break it up over the years you're studying it. And then they've reviewed it 2 or 3 times before they're actually going in for their own temple interview questions when they are 11, when they're able to go do baptisms. This is just a way that it kind of builds in that preparation, and it helps them be comfortable with the questions, the verbiage, and to make sure they have a solid understanding of the gospel and what some of those expectations are before they ever have that interview with their bishop. So this is kind of maybe a pre-step just to help them be ready. And then along with that, probably once they turn 12, 13, 14, we start reviewing every once in a while the talk that Elder Renlund gave in 2023, and it is called Accessing God's Power Through Covenants. He gave it in General Conference. And in that conference talk, he just gives a really wonderful brief overview of all of the covenants that you receive and the promises that you make when you receive your endowment. And it's been a really wonderful resource for our family to give us the opportunity to talk about what each of these promises will be, what they entail, what they look like, some of the historical background with them, and we can kind of break it down in chunks over time. So by the time they're 18 or older and they're ready to receive their endowment, they know what they will be promising. They know the doctrine and the understanding behind each of those promises, and they're ready. They're ready to make those promises with the Lord and receive their endowment. I just think that is a really, really wonderful resource to kind of help get all of that information going in their minds so that you're not just throwing a bunch of information at them like, a couple of days before they go through the temple. So that is a wonderful resource. And for my kids going on their mission, their senior year, maybe 3 or 4 months before they're going to receive their endowment, I have them read this book on their own, and then we go over any questions they might have. So 75 questions and answers about preparing for the temple. We kind of coincide this with their little temple prep class that they have before they go to the temple. And it just allows them to have some some time to ponder and think about the experiences that they're going to be having, and gives them opportunity to ask any questions or dig deeper on any of the doctrine they might have questions about. It's a wonderful resource. I know that there are a lot of other really great temple prep books out there. If you have a favorite that you love that is not on my radar, please put it in the comments down below, because anytime I have a resource that can help prepare my children for that next step and help them move forward confidently and give them the knowledge they need so they can look forward to it instead of it being something that is kind of confusing and scary, instead giving them the power and knowledge they need to look forward to what a wonderful thing it is, I want that resource. I love all of those resources. The fourth thing that I cannot recommend highly enough, this we watched together the week before they received their endowment, and it is a video by John Hilton III, and it's called Endowed with Power: What to Expect When Receiving Your Temple Endowment. And this video is so thorough and literally takes them step by step of everything they're going to experience. I mean, obviously not the things that we don't share outside of the temple, but every other aspect of it, he just lays it out for them so that when they're going for the first time, they can just enjoy it more because they have a little bit of an understanding of what they're going to be experiencing and some of the background behind it and the doctrine surrounding it. It's a wonderful, wonderful video to watch together. And then bonus number 5, if your child that is receiving their endowment is a son, then he will need to have a Melchizedek priesthood interview and receive the Melchizedek priesthood. And it's really important as parents that we take time to review all the wonderful things about what the Melchizedek priesthood is, the rights and responsibilities that come with that power and authority, how they need to live worthily to honor it, and some of the expectations that will be placed on their shoulders when they receive that ordination. So all of these little resources that I've discussed here, you can find them in the description box linked below. I've linked to where you can get the overview of the For Strength of Youth, where you can read that talk by Elder Renland on accessing God's power through covenants. I've linked this book where you can purchase it, or you could get it from your library. And I've linked the talk to that endowment overview by John Hilton III. And then I've just linked a brief little overview lesson on the Melchizedek priesthood to help your mind get going on some of the things that you want to help your son prepare for before he receives that ordination. If you have any other tips or ideas on things that can help your child as they prepare to receive the endowment, please share them down below. We also spend a lot of time talking about and preparing them for how wonderful the garment is and what it represents and what it symbolizes in those covenants that they'll be making. And so I'll also link below a wonderful talk that kind of correlates with the sacred nature of the garments, what they're meant to remind us about, and what a wonderful gift they are. Please head to the comment section, let me know what I've missed, and if you have any other resources to share, I'd greatly appreciate them. Catch you on the next one.